I'm Tracy Baxter with today's Record Newswatch. A massive sanitation cleanup is underway at the Mohonk Mountain House resort in New Paltz, following word that the outbreak of an aggressive stomach virus was responsible for the sickness that impacted hundreds of resort guests and Mohonk employees during the past week. The spread of the virus led to the decision to close the resort for the coming week, beginning this afternoon. Mohonk Marketing Director Nina Smiley says a disaster remediation company was hired to sanitize the premises, with the resort currently scheduled to reopen Valentine's Day, February 14th. The State Department of Health is investigating in an attempt to determine the type and source of the virus. The evidence and testimony was turned over to an Orange County court jury earlier today. Now they're deciding the fate of Brooklyn Rabbi Victor Koltun, who's facing first and second degree murder charges for allegedly masterminding the November 2010 shooting deaths of Gerald and Francis Piscopo inside a vacant house in the city of Newburgh. Prosecutors said Koltun hired a pair of ex-cons, Frank Lewis and Craig Fennell, to kill the Piscopos in order to stop Francis Piscopo's aggressive attempts to collect a debt. Koltun's attorney told the jury his client had hired Lewis and Fennell for protection and that they had acted on their own initiative. Keep clicking here at Record Online for updated information regarding jury deliberations and a possible verdict. Orange County Republican Party Chairman Robert Krahulik has agreed to take a 2-month leave of absence from the position of County GOP Chair. That announcement came following a meeting of the county's executive committee last night. The main topic of that meeting was the report that Krahulik had sent lewd pictures of himself to his girlfriend's friend via Facebook. In a statement issued by the county GOP's 4 other officers, they say they were deeply concerned about issues surrounding Mr. Krahulik's personal life. Krahulik has been party chairman for the past 4 months. He says he's looking forward to resuming those duties in the future. Meantime, state police have arrested a man from Montgomery for allegedly sending sexually explicit images and text messages to a 14-year-old he was acquainted with. 62-year-old Brian Miller was charged with disseminating indecent material to minors and endangering the welfare of a child. Miller was sent to Sullivan County Jail on $2,500 bail. Officials at SUNY New Paltz say grief counselors were on campus today as part of their response to the death of a college student on campus last night. A statement from SUNY New Paltz stated that 18-year-old Eric Vandelar of Monroe, member of the freshman class, passed away last night in his residence hall room. The cause of death has not been determined, but SUNY New Paltz campus police and state police have ruled out foul play. Middletown Mayor Joe DeStefano says the time may have come for his city and the town of Wallkill to study the possibility of consolidating the 2 municipalities. The comment came during his State of the City address delivered earlier this week. DeStefano says in the meantime, a further sharing of services would cut down on government overlap and would save taxpayers money. Town of Wallkill Supervisor Dan Depew says while he is open to the idea of expanding shared services, he says a Middletown Wallkill government consolidation would not make sense for town taxpayers and is not going to happen. It will come as no surprise, but Nan Hayworth will make it official in Chester on Sunday. The former Hudson Valley Congresswoman will formally kick off her campaign to regain the 18th District Congressional seat she lost to Democrat Sean Patrick Maloney 2 years ago. Republican Hayworth has been in campaign fundraising mode ever since her loss in 2012 to Maloney after one 2-year term in office. And local Assemblywoman Aileen Gunther paid a visit to the Sullivan County BOCES cafeteria at lunchtime Thursday. The appearance was part of her push to get the state legislature to increase the reimbursement for lunches by 20 cents a meal. According to Gunther, the state has, for the past 40 years, reimbursed districts just 6 cents a meal, despite increased operating deficits in cafeteria programs that have forced school districts to use money from their general funds to bridge the gap. According to the State School Nutrition Association, about 44% of food programs have cut staff to save money, and about 60% of them have been forced to raise lunch prices because of rising costs and the recent implementation of higher federal nutrition standards. There could be a little bit of snow in the region this weekend, but it shouldn't amount to much. Saturday will be cloudy with a chance of light snow late in the day. The highs will be up around 30 degrees. Pretty much the same story for Sunday. Clouds and the chance of flurries, maybe a minor accumulation, with temperatures in the upper 20s to around 30. We'll get caught up on all that's happening by reading the weekend editions of the Times-Herald Record, and you'll find breaking news all weekend long right here at Record Online. For Record Newswatch, I'm Tracy Baxter.